business, biceps, a little BS. Fitness mixed with finance, now you're really gonna see us as we're learning, growing. All your minds we're blowing, earning while we're burning. Shirts are tight, so games are showing. Resolve, evolve, absolve, it's time to make a move. Better check yourself, cause if you're doubting, no, we got the proof. Voices speaking loud, cause we're proud about what we can do. Tickling your ears with CPE, rooted in the truth.
In the wildwood of accounting, we all know garbage data in means garbage data out. The same thing applies to your body. As a C-suite guy who obviously lifts, I want to be just as sharp in the boardroom as I am in the weight room. I don't have time for guesswork supplements or flashy nonsense, and that's why I use Redcon One. Clean ingredients, real formulas, stuff that actually works when you're training at 5 a.m. at the gym or burning midnight oil in your month-end grind. So whether you're an accounting bro, finance bro, or business leader in an NGO, if you want more energy, better recovery, and fewer excuses, this is your sign. Head to redcon1.com and use promo code BIZBUYSANDBS for 20% off. Don't just audit your numbers, audit your nutrition by leaning into America's favorite supplements at Redcon One. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so here's the reason why. There are students out there that I would say that our demographic is mostly like the college athlete, or college kids, mainly in finance and accounting, but also people, I would say, in the finance and accounting world. So anyone like CPAs, what have you. And what's really neat about this particular podcast is that you've seen the logo. It's very not accounting, right?
Right.
Business, the biceps, and the.
That's why I asked, like, what type of questions we getting?
Oh, we're gonna talk about how big your biceps are. So, but no, but what I love about this is that we can kind of go anywhere. We can talk about business, we can talk about health, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about, and specifically, what I love about this is that from a professional athlete standpoint, a lot of times when I talk to professional athletes, baseball, football, basketball, I get the general consensus that that athletes, while they've risen to the level of fame and with their athletic prowess, that they want to be known for something else besides their athleticism. I mean that's great that because of those God-given talents that you were able to hone them and get to the level that you're at now. But also. What I've found is that a lot of times when I talk to athletes, like they don't just want to be defined by being the athlete. They want to be defined like, look, I'm smart. I've got business aspirations. I've got investments. I've got this, and this. And even though your job is to be an athlete right now, maybe there's other things you're doing in the off season that maybe a college kid can look at and go, oh yeah, that's really cool. Like this guy that I've watched come up through University of Georgia and now at the San Francisco 49ers, Mykel Williams. He's actually really interested in real estate. He's really interested in investment portfolios and things like that. What that does for the audience that this is going out to, and it tells people like, look, you could be a badass athlete, but you can also have other things that you're interested in. And that's why when you and I were talking on the phone, I was like, oh, dude, there was so much more depth to Mykel Williams that we've got to get him on this show so that maybe, who knows, maybe you're the floodgate opener, right? You got to blow it out and people are like, dude, I want to get on that show and tell them about my dreams. So anyway, that's kind of what the gist of the show is. And I'm just super excited that you You're gonna be the first one, baby, and I'm super excited.
All right, for sure. Sounds good.
So I will tell you this. So wait, the camera's already rolling. We're good. So I did wear red and black today.
Enjoy the color.
You.
Yes,
only for you, because I am actually a University of Florida Gator, and in the past few years, it's not been kind. You've not been kind to us, right? So,
never lost.
But we got a new coach, and so I think that largest outdoor cocktail party might be turning. We'll see what happens.
I like Summerall though. He recruited me when he was at Kentucky.
Did he really?
Yeah, I love Summerall for real. I like Summerall for real.
Well, everybody at school is really excited. I was just down there this past weekend talking to some engineering students and some accounting students and so a few faculty members and what have you. And man, they could not stop talking about how awesome this coach was. And that of course, you got the new hype because the new coach on campus, like, okay, something's going to change, something's going to change. But no, there's a different feel with this one. We went through a couple coaches since then, and by the way, it's nothing to say that these coaches aren't good people or anything. They probably just weren't the right fit for University of Florida, where you guys have landed. My goodness, your coach is amazing. That guy, right out of the Saban network, and he's doing wonderful things with not only the student athletes, but just turning young men into really mature, athletes and men of like stature. So, which is what you need. So, anyway, very excited. So, Mykel Williams, I'm going to introduce you. This is Mykel. This is my friend Mykel, and no, I'm really excited that you're here on Business, Biceps, and BS. And I think a lot of people in the Atlanta area, Alpharetta area, are already going to know who you are. But today, we're going to just explore Mykel and all the things. Obviously, we're going to talk a little bit about how you grew up through athletics and became who you are today with the San Francisco 49ers, which is, by the way, congratulations getting there. But now that you're there and you're living the dream, man. People are looking at you going, he made it. I'm so glad for him. But there's a lot more to Mykel Williams than there is than just football. And I think that's a really important conversation to have because many other professional athletes, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, hockey, soccer, what have you, there's other dreams that you have. And I think that a lot of times outside looking in, we think, oh my gosh, they made it. But we see you as the athlete. When I say we, it's the other 99.9% of the people that never made it to the NFL. But we're looking at you guys going, man, they've made it. They're living the dream. But you guys on the other side, you have other aspirations. And so I want to dig into that. But first, just in case we do have somebody who doesn't know anything about SEC football comes in and wants to know, tell me who Mykel Williams is. Where are you from? How'd you why football? And then why UGA? And then now that you're out at the Bay Area, just give me a little synopsis of of who you are and how you got to where you're at. Soapbox is yours. Go.
Yeah, my name is Mykel Williams. I'm from Columbus, Georgia. I went to Hardaway High School and eventually the University of Georgia, and now I got drafted by the San Francisco 49ers. I've been kind of playing football my whole life, and it kind of brought me to this point that I'm at now in my career. So that's kind of how I really got here. I got a big family guy. So yeah. So
what position do you play?
Defensive end.
Oh, so you're the guy that gets around the end and sacks quarterbacks.
Yes, sir.
Oh, are you blindside? I think what's that?
In the system we play in, we change, we alternate sides. So you feel me? So you got to be good at both. Okay. No, but getting around that corner, that's tough. That means you got some speed. Yeah, you gotta have a little bit, and you gotta have a little speed, a little strength, a little bend, and some athletic ability.
There you go, brother. So it's like, oh man, I can only imagine it when you're out there, just the fear in the quarterback's eyes when it's like you're just tearing right around that corner. It's like, oh man, he got free. Just start running.
Right.
Just throw that ball away, right? Listen, I know that you're an incredible athlete. You would not be at the level that you're at today if you weren't an incredible athlete. And but I know that there's a lot about you just from the very short conversation that we had recently. That you have business aspirations. You're a guy that has other things in mind, and you take this in stride. From what I understand, you got a real good head on your shoulders. You're looking for great mentors. You got paired up with a great one at Keith Walker, and with Wes. And I'll tell you what, man. These guys love you. They love you. Not from putting you on a pedestal. Football love you. It's they love you as a man, as a human, and they look at you and they say, this guy, he's bigger than football. So let's give him the kind of mentorship he needs so that he can turn around one day to young men and young women around him and say, look, this is what I was able to do. You can do it too, right? So tell me about this business aspiration that you have, Mykel, and like what if money were no object, what would you do?
Man, that's a great question. And I have a few business aspirations of mine, like really in my mind that I want to
unpack them, baby. Let's unpack them.
Yeah. All right. Well, some of the first one is yeah, I'm from Columbus, Georgia, but my mom and her side of the family is from a small town, very rural town in Alabama called Greensboro, Alabama.
Okay.
Not many people know where it's at or even heard of it. It's about like 30 minutes from the west side of Tuscaloosa, 30 minutes left of Tuscaloosa. And it's not a lot there. So one thing that I feel like could be really big for the city and it would really help the city out, and it also can be very profitable, is just putting a laundromat there.
A laundromat.
Yep, just that right there. I feel like that could start.
That's simple.
Yeah, a laundromat. Because there was one or two in the city, but one of them closed down. The other one just it's terrible. So laundromat would I feel like would do numbers there.
Okay.
And then out where I'm at in California, I also have this idea. Out where I'm at in California, there's a lot of people that like to go to Pilates and do Pilates, right?
Okay. Are you a Pilates guy?
I am. I'm
Are you
getting
pretty
into
flexible?
it. I'm trying to be. I'm trying to develop some bend.
Can you touch your toes?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can
without-
touch. I can put my hand on the ground. Like
Without bending your knees. Without bending your knees.
Yeah, like I'm flexible, man.
That's awesome.
But it's Pilates studios. But the problem with it is that they're always booked. Like you have to book them literally. Like if you want to go on a Saturday, you have to book like 2 weeks, 3 weeks in advance. Right.
There's
So
a lot of stretchy people out there in California.
I feel like there's just a new wave. There's just like the new wave in California is just do Pilates, drinking matcha, like, ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But it's just like I feel like that's just like a California thing, really. So like I feel like me franchising a Pilates studio out there and putting like my own little spin on it, or me opening. I ain't gonna say just opening it up. I feel like franchising will do better because it's something that the people are familiar with already.
Okay.
So I feel like me franchising Pilates studio out there would do well too.
So like Pilates, do you really want to drink matcha or do you want to like do Pilates and steak?
No, it'd have to be like matcha smoothies, it's something that go together.
All right, you put some protein in that smoothie, please. Oh, we got some protein. Come on, baby.
Yeah, because we got the biceps going on.
There you go, man. That's what it is. Oh, you got some tattoos right there. Let me see that. Let's pull that up. Oh, that's good stuff. So what do you got on there?
No, it's just got like a deck of cards, and it's all aces and kings and queens, and it's got a hand I was dealt on the back, like I did, like I got a loaded hand, like this.
I like that, man. I like that. So, okay, you said laundromat in Greensboro, Alabama, Pilates studio in California, where you're from, and you said you had another one. What you get?
Yeah, I got a couple more, man. But,
go, man. Bring them out.
Hey, but at the same time, you have to keep the main thing, because all this don't work unless I put in that work on that field. But I have a couple ideas, though. Like, some more of my ideas include, like, the real estate, man. I want to get into real estate and dive really kind of, I ain't gonna say head first, but like I want to, cause I feel like I got good mentors around me in you, in Keith, in West, so and my guy Mark. So I feel like I have good guidance in my decision making, and I feel like real estate is gonna be one to take off for me.
What kind of real estate are you interested in? Is it more commercial or is it residential? Oh, yeah, commercial. Yeah,
commercial. Like I want to own and operate like apartment complexes and student housing and stuff like that.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's some real estate. I mean you're taking care of some multi-family type stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you said like student dorms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So student dorms anywhere in particular, like big campuses, small campuses, campus, things like that.
Yeah, particularly like big campuses, like I'm thinking like Power 5 schools, like Mississippi States and the Georgias and the Floridas and Alabamas and because I feel like those schools are gonna have the highest attendance rates, right? So that the attendance equals need for living, right? So if I have apartment complexes in those areas, I feel like that'll be the best chance for me to keep them full.
Okay. Have you ever been a landlord before?
No, I haven't. This new to me. That would be new to me.
You know what I need to get you is I need to get you one of those janitor rings to you put it on the side.
On my
And
belt.
you bring it out, you go, and it zips right back to your hip, you know? Everywhere you walk, it's like clank, 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 clank. It's like, oh, here comes the landlord. No, that's pretty cool. So laundromat, Pilates, real estate. Okay, what's that fourth one? Come on. Come on. I know you got it. I know you got it.
Yeah, I love dogs, man. I have a cane corso myself, and
Oh, those are big dogs.
yeah, they are. You want to see them?
Yeah, I do.
All right, let me see if I can.
What to eat? Cats?
Yeah. Nah, he's like what's the word? Sardines and chicken and.
Oh, look at that dog. Oh, look at him. What's his name?
Yeah, this is my boy King.
King.
That's my boy though. But like I really love dogs, and people pay a pretty penny for purebred dogs, like my dog right there, King. So I feel like some type of kennel could be something I start as well.
That's wow. You do have a lot of ideas. So if you and again, we'll talk about football, but I'm actually really interested in these business ideas. So let's say you go back to the laundromat example. Have you decided that? So do you know where? Have you scoped it out where you think the laundromat might? Okay, you got like you don't have to tell me now because you obviously.
I don't want to talk too much about it. If somebody come do it,
the instant you say it, someone's be like, "Oh, I'm on it." But
know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to say, "Oh, I really don't want to." You feel me?
Yeah. So you got the idea. You know what you want to do, and you're thinking that laundromat in that particular area can help out that community, right? So you're thinking from the community standpoint. Obviously, going to put some money in your pocket, but the investment back in your community.
We need it.
Well, what do you think? Like around the laundromat, what do you think would be good? So to put around a laundromat, would you put a Pilates studio there?
No, I mean around a laundromat. Now I just say like I definitely have probably like vending machines, ATMs, and stuff like that. So you can like change and what else? What else probably could be like?
That's some good passive income right there.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you're gonna have a laundromat, you might as well have like a barbecue joint right next door, so if stuff gets dirty, they can go right to the laundromat, get it clean.
Yeah, facts. With a barbecue spot right there. Yeah.
If you pay your bill and you get like you get $1 off at the laundromat next door, right?
Right.
That'd be pretty cool. So this, I'm curious if your mom is from the 30 minutes west of Tuscaloosa.
Mm-hmm.
How in the world did you go to Georgia?
Too close to home.
It's close to home.
Too
right?
close to home. I just told you my mom 30 minutes away. That's too close to home.
I love you, Mom. But I'm getting out of Dodge.
Right.
So you say you're from Columbus, right, Georgia?
Yeah.
Did you grow up in Columbus then?
I did, and I didn't. See, I split time. I started when I was young, going to school in Greensboro, actually. So I went there for like 2 years. Then I went to, and I moved my dad, and I went to Columbus.
Okay.
But I always was in Greensboro, like every summer break, every winter break, spring break, 3-day weekends. Like I always spent a lot of time there.
Okay. So home, you would consider home
Columbus.
Greensboro? Oh, yeah.
I'm from Columbus, but I claim Greensboro as well. So like
that's fair. I bet you they claim you too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So curious, in your high school years, because a lot of this. What I love about this particular podcast is that I'm able to speak to students, and a lot of times the students they ask me questions like, "How did you get to where you are?" Right now, obviously, you've been given God-given talents to be able to be fast and
blessed
and just go and just really grind, right? But that's not just given to you. That athletes, what a lot of people forget about athletes is that that is you may have this natural talent, but you still have to work at it. You still have to make sure that what you're doing on the field and off the field, right? Because if you have a good coaching staff over at not in just your high school, but also at University of Georgia, you got to do well in school too, so you can continue to play. So I'm curious, when you're out there from the high school then you make the transition up to the university level. You have, I'm fairly sure that you have in your head a handful of mentors along the way who helped you get through some, like really just push through some of those hard moments of am I going to make it? Am I not going to make it? Is it, I got to grind out this paper. I got to do this. Tell me about that experience. I've never been a professional athlete. I've never been a collegiate athlete, but I do know the high school side. Which is, okay, that's all I got. But God took away my ACL when I was in soccer in high school, so I never got to where you are. But I was able to experience what it was like to be an athlete out of school, and I got to tell you, man, it's really cool. It's super fun to be one of the big men on campus, and when you're there. A lot of people they want to be around you. It's there's something about that star athlete that everybody just wants to. Oh, he looked at me, he spoke to me, he gave me a high five, he noticed me, right? But it also can be emotionally draining because it's almost like you're always giving to people of your time, of your resources, of just everything that's happening. And the higher you go up the ladder, the more giving it almost feels like you are, because now you're at a higher level. Everyone wants to talk to you. Everyone wants a picture. And now of course you're up in the NFL, and it's like now you're big time, right? You're wearing the big badge, the 49ers, and everybody wants a piece of the action. Do you have good men in your life speaking into you? And tell me about that process.
Yeah, man, I do, and I got a real good support team, and I got real good guidance from I get it from my dad. My dad, man, John Johnson, man, he's been my foundation for real. He's really kept me who I am. And then I also have good other mentors that I also look to, like my guy Mark Jennings, and he really helped me out and give me a lot of advice about just like life things, not just like business or circumstantial stuff like my injury, or just about life in general. So I do got a lot of good mentors.
So as you're growing up through this process, obviously your body's getting bigger, your mind's getting sharper, and you're starting to figure things out, right? Like how the real world works.
Right.
What are these guys telling you? Like, what's inside your head? That like where do you start seeing that self-doubt, and how do you push it out of your mind? Like what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get inside the mind of the journey of a professional athlete, because I don't think it's dissimilar to the journey of someone who's trying to go through and they're really good at math, and then they go into the university level, they get an engineering degree, and they go out into the professional world and they go, oh man, I think I know what I'm doing, but I don't really know how to apply these. I don't apply this math to building a bridge, to building a building or something like that, right? And so, but a lot of times people look to athletes to kind of give them a voice, if you will, that says, hey, this is what I went through. And then what ends up happening, people go, oh yeah, I had that happen too. Maybe not in the course of a football career or a track career or what have you, but I did have that one person speaking to that one teacher that never gave up on me, kept pushing. Those people that are in your life, when you're walking through that maturation process, and like mentally you're starting to figure it out, things are starting to come together. Walk me through what it's like to be just that amazing athlete on campus and having all these demands on you. But still having to keep that level head. What is it like?
After a while of doing it, you don't even realize you're doing it. Like, it just becomes second nature. So I feel like everybody learns to bear that weight eventually over time. But it's not really like that's a great question. Because you got me pondering. That's a great question.
And I'll tell you what, you don't have to answer that now, but you're going to answer it before the end of the podcast, because I am so. I'll just give you some time to kind of.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm gonna sit on that.
The reason why I ask is because when I think about mentoring, right? We talk about this all the time in the finance and accounting world. Is that when you're in the office, I'll put you in the mind of an accountant, right? And so try not to fall asleep on me here. But in the mind of an accountant, like we have busy season, and but yesterday was tax day, and so all the tax returns had to be in. Hopefully you got yours in. Good job. So whoever your manager is got it in for you. But in this case, there's this like kind of this pressure from a professional perspective of I've got to get my job done. Like like blinders are on. I'm crunching out. I'll just say tax returns because I think we can kind of meet in the middle on that one. And I'm really good at doing tax returns. I've got so many clients that are relying on me to get this stuff done for them. And so it's like I've got to grind. I'm going to get this done. But then you have that one young professional that comes in, and at some point, you got to teach them how to do the grind too, right? You got to teach them how to do the professional stuff that they're out of school. They've learned all the things that they need to do on the job. But now they don't know really how to apply that to their world. They don't know how to use this software. They don't know how, oh, there's a shortcut from that box to that box to that box. And what I find again, speaking in eyes, pointing the finger in, right, is that accountants are really, really good at wearing I'm going to call it the victim cape, right? Is that I work hard, I grind, and I'm burning the midnight oil. Look at me, but no, I don't want any accolades. I don't want any kudos. This is just what I do, right? But the reality of it is like anybody that's putting in that kind of work is they do need to be told they're doing a good job. They do need a pat on the back every once in a while. They do need a break every once in a while. And but there's that time when and I think you could take this over to the gridiron and kind of follow me here. Where a tax professional is doing something, and there's a young professional that's next to them, and they look at it and go, I could either teach them how to do it, and we could be faster together. It's going to take me a little while to teach them, but in the long run, we're going to do this together. It's going to be amazing, right? Or they take the other route of that person doesn't really know what they're doing, so I'm just going to push them aside, and I'm just going to go ahead and say, you know what, it's just faster if I do it, and I just go ahead and do it. So two things happen here. It's like, which path do you want to take? Do you want to be the mentor who takes a knee next to this young professional and says, hey, let me teach you how to do this, and together we're going to be a team. And that individual is going to look at this person next to him and go, oh my gosh, they actually took the time to pour themselves into me. And they're going to remember that. They're going to remember that. Or the other path, you just like, hey, you stay over here. I'm going to continue doing this. And well, yeah, I know you don't have anything to do, but I got to finish this. They're also learning the other way of what do you do in a professional setting, because eventually they will know how to do this stuff, but their response is going to be, well, my mentor just put the head down and did a grind. Where okay, so if a young professional comes to me now, it's like, no, I don't have time to mentor you. No, I have to do this. So the question is, when you talk about like what your legacy is your legacy building up the people around you so they too can become self-sufficient and be awesome in and of their own right? Or is your legacy one of, oh, he's kind of doing his own thing and don't bother him when he's in his own thing? It's something that I really struggle with inside the accounting profession specifically, because I think that I just think that we take ourselves a little too seriously in accounting, and I wish that we wouldn't. But we are professionals. We wear the white collar and things like that. We have our ties tied. But I also think that there are a lot of young professionals who want to be in our position, but many times that the accounting, again, I'm going back to accounting, we don't take the time to really nurture that relationship, and it actually ends up coming back to bite us in the future, because then 10, 15 years down the road, if that person's still around, you're looking to maybe sell off your firm to somebody else, and there's nobody to take over the firm because you haven't developed any of the talent. So from your perspective, again, I'm going to use an athlete analogy because that's kind of where we are today. You're learning how to come off the edge and just put fear in the minds of these quarterbacks, right? And all the stuff you do with the hands that I don't even know, but you do it so fast. you mess up coming around the edge, and your helmet's in the grass, right? Coach picks you up. Maybe he grabs you by the face mask. What are you doing? You know, the question here is that where do you become? Where like what lessons have you learned on that gridiron that you can then turn around and go, yep, I know, coach, I messed up. And now you can see other kids that are coming around, even on your high school, whether at college or even now in the pros, look at them and say, hey guys, this is what we need to do. I know this quarterback. I know his cadence. I know this. We got to figure this out. I know this outside lineman. I know how to get around him. Or you're taking information from the veteran players, right? They're giving you the information. Tell me how that happens inside the athlete's world.
Kind of similar to what you said, actually, honestly. But like, honestly, from my own perspective, if anything, well, my demands or like, if I feel pressure from my demands, I instantly feel more pressure from myself, like internally. Like that's kind of like how I would say I wouldn't say I block out the demands because I already feel the internal pressure from myself to go out there and do what I'm supposed to do and execute my job to the best of my ability at the highest level. So and if any moment that I don't do that, and it's just an instant feeling of man, like remorse or like disappointment because I just let down the guy. I just let down my team. I just let down the guys, and I didn't handle my job. So that's kind of like the feelings of what you were asking of how an NFL player goes through it. Like we go through the same disappointment. We go through the same like you could say regret, but it's not regret. But it's like just the same feeling of the same feeling of I let my guys down or I didn't complete the job. But we have this this will make us, I feel like, will make us professional athletes, will make us different, is we have this competitive nature about us to where like it won't happen again. Like or you gotta, you know, or I'm gonna try my hardest not to let it happen again. Or we gonna learn from that and the same mistake won't be the reason it happens again. That's why I feel like professional athletes differ from like somebody that doesn't compete, that doesn't like or didn't grow up in sports or competing. Right.
So when you learn that, a professional athlete's able to learn that without getting yelled at by other players, right? You already know. You're like
already know, like dang, like
yeah. You go back and watch the film and like, oh man, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah, you hate to see it on film
because they're gonna call it out.
Like, in college, it's less guys like that, and in the pros, those guys that are not like that get weeded out. So everybody kind of has that internal pressure that they put on themselves. So it's like it kind of makes the coaches' jobs easier in the pros.
So okay, so then let's roll it back into the university level, because you say there's not a lot of guys that have that. It's just that I don't know. Do you call it the it quality?
You can. Cause that's what kind of make guys different. You can.
So can it be taught?
It can be developed.
How?
You gotta realize what you're doing first. You gotta realize your reaction. I feel like you gotta understand the problem before you're able to fix it. Like if you don't realize that you're not really like emotionally as invested in your quality of play as you should be. Like how could you know that they need to be changed or fixed? You see what I'm saying? But like, when I say that, I realize that some guys really just might not be, like some guys really may not have that in them as well. Like, but it could be developed. I feel like you can be better.
So now let's say you're coach. You're now Coach Williams, right? And you're looking at it, you're saying, now you're 10, 15 years down the road and you're coaching football, okay? And with lots of young guys. What are you looking for in that athlete? What's the spark that you're looking for to say, that kid's got it, that kid doesn't? I need to work with him, but I need to make sure he keeps that contained.
Mindset.
Right? So he doesn't blow himself up or melt. He doesn't get too hard on himself. How do you develop that talent?
Yeah, mindset. And I kind of think, like, you know, it's crazy. I just got back here today, and I went by my high school to speak to the kids, and I seen the kids, and it was like, and they was doing like a set of push-ups. They had to do like a push-up punishment, and I was just watching them, and I could see that right then and there, like just the mindset that some kids had versus the mindset some didn't. Like it's like, and it's already start early in high school, like right now. And it probably start before then, really. Like since they've been playing sports and just how they're groomed up. But I feel like mindset is what separates them. Because like, I say that to say, some kids were in there attacking the push-ups, while some kids were in there letting the push-ups attack them. You see what I'm saying? Like, like they were looking at it differently. Like some kids was in there, like they all doing the same amount of push-ups. They all doing 20 push-ups, but some kids acting like 20 push-ups is 100. Or some kids acting like 20 push-ups is 5.
You know, so that you could see that when so we used to do 40s, right? So what we would do is we'd have flags at both sides, and we'd run 6 of them, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, and we had to do it under a minute. Okay, so it was like you just was it a minute? No, that's not right. That's not right. It was 40. You can't do 40 that. Can you? Wait, how fast?
We used to do like 52 yards, but like every 30 seconds. Like you had to run in 30 seconds. Like you can take this. How it used to be. You can take 25 seconds to run across the field, but you got 5 seconds to breathe and be running back. You see what I'm saying? Like every 30 seconds, you got to be running 52 yards every 30 seconds.
So maybe that was right. Maybe it was a minute because
you might be right. You might be right.
Yeah, because we would say that's the entire varsity soccer team. We'd line up, and so you'd have a guy on one side, a guy on the other side, and we go boom, 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 and the 6 you had to do 6 in a minute. And if anybody didn't get it in a minute, we'd have to do it again, and then we'd have to do it again. So you're like 12 into it, and you're like, dude, you just like by that time
make the time.
Yeah,
make the time.
Yeah, and of course what the coach is trying to say is like, hey guys. Everybody needs to be at this level of athleticism if we're going to be able to beat the crosstown rival, right? Everybody's got to be there. And so naturally, as the season progresses and we get more wind, you get a little bit more agile, more stretched out because we've been doing our Pilates. You start working. It's like, okay, now the entire team is doing it, and we're like, oh my gosh! After 3, you just do 3 rounds. We're like, oh, thank the Lord, we can get out of here. And so, but. That kind of stuff, you're right. You can see it. You can see it in someone's countenance. You can see it like after a play is over, right? I've heard of this from scouts. I used to do have a data company, and we used to do some data analytics for scouting agencies, right? And you would listen to the scouts. There's the quantitative side of the scouting information, which is the speed, the athleticism, how high they jump, how wide their hands are, stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. But the qualitative side of the scouting is something completely different. That's when I used to listen to. There was a gentleman who used to be a scout for the Atlanta Braves, right? And what he would do is he would strategically position himself behind the moms. Of the they wouldn't know he's there, but they're like watching their boys and watching all the guys doing their thing. He would sit behind the moms and he would listen to the stories that the moms would say about how this young man and now this young man acts and how this man and he would be able to at least understand qualitatively that young man is well liked by these women. Why? Because he's respectful. He's this. He's always, opens the door for my daughter, stuff like that, right? Then you hear the other side. So it's like, oh yeah, that guy's he parties a little too hard. He was drunk the other night. Now, obviously that's like gossip and what have you. But what he was using it for is like, okay, this guy's a stellar athlete on the diamond, but what's he gonna do in my locker room? Is he gonna be that guy in the locker room where he's just gonna be like, whatever, coach, because I'm a gifted athlete. Whatever, coach. And he's going to blow up your locker room because he's a prima donna. Or is he that guy that has that great athleticism and he's going to look at the kid that's struggling? He's like, come here, dude. Let's go take some extra BP, right? Let's go throw a little bit, right? That's the kind of stuff that I think even in the professional world of like accounting or finance or engineering or what have you, you can see that in young professionals. And it's very similar to what you were describing, that there is a countenance that someone has when they've done something well and they look at it and like, yeah, man, this is awesome. I want to feel that again. I want to do that again. I want to make people proud of my work product. But there's also that one where when people screw up and they look at it and go, meh, that's someone else's job.
Right.
Like, whoa. Who did I hire here?
Right.
Who's this like this rogue person on my team? Who is this leader on my team that doesn't take the time to turn around and mentor the people that are on the team? There are many times where I've seen leaders that think that they're great communicators. And then you come to find out that the people around them, when that leader is not around, they're like, it's like, you have lost the room, my friend.
Right.
And and when they come in, everybody like snaps too. It's like, hey, all the jokes are always funny, so smart, so this, that, and the other. But then instant that person walks out of the room, it's like, oh, dude, he did it again. See, he did it again.
Right.
Taking credit for the wins, passing off the blame for the losses, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of stuff that in the corporate world, I see it all day long, and it's the kind of stuff that I'm trying to educate young professionals on, because it's no matter where you go, you can work at the Bananas, you could work at the 49ers, you could work at just find a location. You can work at big banks, you could big insurance companies, what have you. Everywhere you go, you're going to have the pros and cons. The issue is like, what are you going to do about it? Like, if you have that leader that's just not rising to the task, what are you going to do about it? Are you just going to just like kind of let it go? Or are you going to be like, you know what, if you're not going to take it, then I'll lead these kids. I'll lead these young professionals. And eventually what's going to happen is you will be, by default, leading from behind. You may not have the title, but you certainly are the people that when they have a problem, they're going to come to you and start asking you about, hey, okay, what would you do in this situation? Right? I think what you're learning right now in your athletic world, like just exactly what you were just talking about. You can see it. When you take that over into the business world and you start talking about maybe future business partners, maybe interns, maybe someone like maybe you're hiring an accountant, you're hiring a marketing person. If they're not matching your energy and your passion, why have them around?
Exactly.
Otherwise they're going to suck all that energy out of you. They're going to feed off you, and you'll be just at the end of the day just gone through, just exhausted. You're like, what is going on? Like, I loved this stuff before, but now I just don't like it. Like, because someone's been sucking that energy out of you. This is, I love the way you put it. You're seeing these things in these young boys. It's like either the push-ups, you're getting the push-ups, or the push-ups are getting you. That's awesome. When you were on campus at the University of Georgia, when you were there and you're walking around campus, right? Big man on campus, right? You got a ring?
Yeah, I did.
How many fingers? How many fingers you got rings on?
5.
You got 5?
I got 2 SECs. And when you win the Naddy, they give you a box of 4.
They give you a box of 4?
You get a national championship ring. You get a playoff ring for going to the playoffs.
Okay.
You get SEC championship, and then you get like a Peach Bowl. I got a Peach Bowl ring.
Oh, Peach Bowl. Okay. I didn't even know that. I thought you got like a swag bag, like an Xbox, and you get.
No, it gives a little bit more than that.
Yeah. So you got 5 rings right now? 6 rings?
About 5 rings, yeah, because I got the SEC from my last year.
So you ever break those out and show those to kids?
Sometimes I'm gonna do it at my camp. I really don't wear them, man. Like my cleaning, like my people that clean for me, they knock the dust off them for me, man. Like I really don't wear them.
Yeah, well, but they're a testament to the amount of work that you put in, and obviously not just you, but your team, right, and your coaching staff and what have you. No, you guys had an amazing run. You guys are still. Georgia. Yeah,
man.
So I moved to Georgia. All of a sudden, there's all these Bulldogs all around. It's like, oh my gosh, all these Bulldogs. What are they doing? And of course, the Gators are just horrible. But when you're on campus and you're not on the field, what's it like to be a standout athlete in the collegiate realm?
It's great. It's a great experience, especially like just the pageantry of going to like a traditional school like Georgia. Just the pageantry of game days is like it's a different feel. of like doing dog walk, and then the stadium being packed with 90,000 screaming fans every game. So it's definitely a different feel. It's
Yeah.
great. It's great being on campus too, and people recognizing you and just stopping you sometimes. So that's great too.
So tell me something. Did you have a love for the community before you got to Georgia? Was that something you poured into your local community? Like, where did this want to be a part of the community wherever you are come from?
Like it really wasn't. It really didn't start till I was able. And once I was able, like I've been doing it ever since. And I always kind of wanted to do, but like I just wasn't able.
Okay.
But once I had the means to, I've been in my community ever since. So that's been probably like since my freshman year of college. Like I've just been trying to give back something every year, do something every year in my community where I was, which is UGA at the time. I was doing something like I did turkey drives, I did Christmas stuff, I did back to school stuff at UGA, and then I also took care of people back home in Columbus and in Greensboro.
But why? Like why? Because a lot of times people when they leave home, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I've made it. But why? What makes you want to go back and do that?
Man, I come from humble beginnings, man. I come from not having a whole lot, and really want somebody to come back and give and donate and help us out. So if that's what I say. Like now that I got the means to do it, I'm definitely gonna do my all to come back and help the less fortunate and help people that don't have and want. You feel me?
And you're not doing it because you want people to give you a pat on the back. You're doing
No, I don't even like posting this type of stuff. I barely post where I really do. Like I do stuff all the time. I don't even post it, like because it's not for the internet. Like it's not for somebody to tell me good job. Like I'm doing it for me. Like
because that's what keeps you going.
right.
That's what family's all about. I think that's amazing. That is literally the definition of community. Do you have other guys that you off the top of your head that have gone big and don't share that same sentiment?
Christian Miller. Yeah, I know he do a lot for his community, and he was just there speaking at Cedar Grove not too long ago, and he don't really speak. He don't really post a lot about what he do for his community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's like a shadow world out there of a bunch of athletes doing great things, but you just never have a publicist around to say, hey, check it out.
Yeah, and that's okay. Like,
yeah.
And I feel like if you're doing it for the right reason, you don't really care if a publicist around. So, and that's fine.
I agree. No, it's so refreshing to hear that because you guys have really overcome a lot of things, and again, being in the spotlight growing up I know it sounds weird, but it's got to be tough to be everybody's always expecting the greatest out of you. And so you always have to have your best game. You always have to be the one that comes through. And then, okay, so you have an off game. It's like okay, well, are they downgraded in their eyes? Like what does that feel like?
Right.
When you have that game that maybe you don't feel like personally you rose to the occasion, and so, I mean, do you ever read the comments?
Try to avoid it, man. You're gonna see him. It ain't like you gonna see him. You gonna read him. Yeah, I read him.
Yeah. I'm just curious because a lot of times it's like, hey, I'll put something out there and just never read the comments. Never read the comments. It's like just put it out there for people to ingest and just go with it. What other things are you really interested in? What are you really extremely passionate about? But besides business and obviously football, you certainly like to be stretchy and bendy. But what is it that you really enjoy doing?
Being with my family, man. Like I said earlier, I got a big family, so I love being with my family. And then I'm real passionate about fishing. Like I just went fishing not too long ago. Probably like right before I left, and I caught like 2 fish. So that's like a real big joy of mine.
Okay, so you said caught 2 fish. Like, how big are these fish?
Nah, it was normal bass, probably about 4 pounds. I ain't gonna lie to you, like it was just huge.
Everyone's got a fishing story. It's like, oh, is this big? Is this big? Is this big?
Now, I do have a bass that's probably about 8 to 10.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did catch a bass that's about 8 to 10. It was bigger than my leg, but bigger than my thigh.
I can't imagine a fish that's bigger than your leg. Have you seen that? Have you seen those? Oh, what's it called when they stick their hands down into like the hole, like their mud things, and they pull out these giant catfish. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
I think they actually started that out in Alabama. Like they go to these water holes, they drop their arm in like a hole, and then the thing just clasps onto their arm. They rip it out, and it's a gigantic fish just sitting on their arm. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have.
That's crazy. So getting back to business, you certainly have some dreams and aspirations of what you want to do. Tell me when you're in season doing your thing, are you wholly focused on football?
Yeah. In season, I'm not thinking about nothing else. Like these conversations we having, I didn't think about none of this stuff until about January.
Yeah.
Like in season, I don't think about nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing but football.
And so what's that like? What's your daily grind now that you're in the pros? What does that look like from Monday to Sunday?
Like on Monday, I just come in. We have like a light day on Monday, so I come in do my regular routine, which is like cold tub, hot tub, stretching, and just go to meetings, go practice, eat, go home. I'm start watching tape on whoever I'm finna play. And then Tuesday, like an off day, but I still, got to come in the building. I might do something with Elliot. I might do something in the weight room, give me a lift in, and then no meals or anything like that. So I just go give me some treatment and get up out of there. And then on Wednesday, I just maintain what I kind of similar to Monday. Wednesday kind of similar to Monday, but you got more of a practice today. It's more physical. So just prepare myself for that. Go out there and have a physical good practice, and then come home, watch some more tape, watch some film on whoever we're playing that week. Thursday, I repeat Wednesday. And then Friday, if we playing somebody on the East Coast, we probably going to get ready to fly out. So, I pack my bags like Thursday night. And then, I go to the facility. With my stuff, and then when I'm there, I'm DoorDash and stuff for the plane, because rookies had to have food for the plane. Yeah. Then we flying out.
And it's Saturday? What's Saturday look like?
Saturday's the day before the game, so you just got like a walkthrough, and you got meetings, and you got meetings that night, and then we go through all that, and then I'll probably get some treatment that night, and then get ready to play the game on Sunday.
It's game day. It's game day. So when you meet with your team, do you meet with your squad, like all the defense versus offense, and like how? Is that how you break it out?
Yeah.
And you guys just identify, hey, this is what we're seeing on film. Hey, I need you to be watching for this, and they just kind of give you tips.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. I've watched a lot of the what's it called, the football documentaries. Last Chance U, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I find those fascinating. Just what those coaches are able to do with these young men, and they're just talent coming out the wazoo, and sometimes it's a little bit of leadership issue, maybe some off the field stuff that they need to pull in and see if they can correct it, just to make sure locker room, off the field, on the field, everything's just kind of level. And I really take my hat off to the coaches who can do that, because you're hanging out with them, people who are at that level. I mean, everybody's just a fantastic athlete. They're all extremely good at what they do, and so it's kind of like, how do you cut through? How do you cut through to like to the heart of the young man, and say, hey, listen, we get it, you're really good at this, but I need you to work on this little piece, and if I can get you to do that little piece, you're going to see things flourish, right? That I see that a lot in the business world too. Obviously not, we're not sweating, we're not knocking heads, we're not doing that kind of stuff, but it's one of those things that I think is universal, and people who have played team sports, whether you've been at the youth level and more advanced levels, I think that they bring a real special characteristic into the business world, because they know what a team is, and they know how to rely on teammates. You mentioned it earlier that, which I love the fact that you said this. If you miss your assignment, one, you already know that you missed your assignment, but you didn't say, I'm mad about me. You said, I'm disappointed because I let down my team. That's a huge difference. That that you are accepting responsibility for the other 11 guys or the other 10 guys that are on the field,
Right.
and that every decision that you're making on that field is affecting the other 10 guys, right?
Right.
That's something I think is I think you learn it in team sports, but I think the ones that really get it, like you said, you could see it. You could see the ones that get it. And if you can't, can you develop it? I don't know. I don't know if you can develop that, but because that's like a selfish thing versus a like are you looking outside the bigger picture?
Right.
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 So when you were coming through and you had whether it be whatever level you were at, if you ever saw a young man on the team struggling, when did you leave Georgia? Were you leaving the junior senior year?
Yeah, I left my junior year.
Okay, so you had some younger guys that were coming up. Did you take on that mentor role for those younger guys?
I did the best way I could, and I believe in like mentoring wise. My tactics were like tell them what it's supposed to look like, and then show them, and then let them try it. Like that's how I really would try to help guys out and relay the message. I would tell them what it was supposed to look like, show them, and then let them try it.
Did you ever get up in their face?
No, I mean, we really never had to.
Yeah. No. So I mean, I can't get in the face. I work with three ladies who are all probably about 5'6", maybe 5'7", and if I were to give them their face, they're like, "This is what I want you to do." I'd be like, "Oh," they start crying. And like,
Right.
"I want you to do accounting the way I think you should do accounting." And they'd be like, "Dude, you take accounting way too seriously." When you were in that position of mentoring the younger guys, how did that feel?
It felt good. Felt good. I like having that sense of that sense of like I was able to help you over them. Like I like having that ability to help them and that ability to feel like they can come to me.
Did you feel that sense of pride when, like a father's pride, that when the young man finally got it, and he turns around and looks to you, and you're like, "Yes, that's what I'm talking about."
Yeah, I did. I really did.
That's an amazing feeling, isn't it?
It is.
That's what we're trying to replicate with some of this like financial education stuff that we were talking about earlier. You know,
Yes, sir.
it's that when I'm in the classroom and I have someone that's struggling with any topic, but specifically, obviously, accounting and finance, and they're just like, "I don't get it. I don't get it." It's like, "Okay, let's break it down even further. Let's break it down even further. Get down on your knee. I'm now right here with you. Right? We're same level. Talk to me. What is it about? Oh, but this piece isn't working. This piece isn't working. Okay, we're going to take one each at a time. We're going to walk through this thing." The moments I live for as a professor are the moments, and you know what I'm talking about, when you see that light turn on in their eyes, and it's like,
I get it.
"I got you. And now I know that you're going to be awesome for now understanding that little piece," right?
So true. Man, that's so true. But man, I appreciate you having me, Dawg. I gotta go. I got this meeting with this lunch professor, my principal at Hardaway, so I gotta go.
Okay.
I gotta go.
Hey, listen, I really appreciate you being on, and I'm certainly going to connect with you afterwards. But no, this has been a treasure. Again, can't believe I'm going to say this, but go Dogs.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, hey, hope to come out to the Bay Area and see you sometime in the future. But hey, get healthy, be awesome, and I'll be watching for you, buddy.
Of course, man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
You got it. See you there, man.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.